The reason most AI projects fail is weirdly similar to an ancient story. In some recent discussions, I've referred to it as the AI Tower of Babel problem. And although it's not a perfect analogy, it's a great shortcut for explaining why AI initiatives can collapse. In the story, everyone speaks the same language and they embark on a project to build this absolutely massive tower city thing. And it's actually going great until God gets really mad at everyone for being too prideful and trying to make a name for themselves. So he confuses everyone by changing their one shared language into bunches of different languages. And all of a sudden, the work can't continue because people are no longer communicating effectively. The three failure points called out by this story, ego, grandstanding, language, they all contribute to AI project failures. The issues caused by ego and grandstanding are pretty easy to imagine. Sometimes leaders make huge AI commitments without giving teams time to set up the prerequisites. Sometimes middle managers build aggressive spotlight chasing plans that don't line up with reality. And sometimes very well meaning AI hobbyists get asked to build enterprise grade solutions that they're really not ready to build. But if you can avoid or get past those, speaking different languages is the real AI project killer. Terms like use cases or data or safety or policy might seem clear, but they can each mean significantly different things depending on who you're talking to. Misaligned language leads to misaligned actions, and that causes progress to cease, interpersonal friction to skyrocket, and suddenly everyone's grand plans are stopped or abandoned. And this happens a ton with AI. Organizational leaders are drafting strategies for enterprise AI before they have the language or awareness that they need to build something that could be effective. So, how do we get past this? Well, we need to start by ensuring everyone has a common language, including mental frames of reference for what AI is, how it can and how it shouldn't be used, and what types of things could go wrong with it. So we want to build an AI primer in public. And here's what that means. Each week, we'll post a couple of videos on YouTube breaking down bite-sized chunks of foundational AI knowledge. We'll follow each of those up with LinkedIn posts showing some draft text intended as a small section of the primer itself. You can then provide questions or challenges or references or even tag other individuals who might want to get involved in the comments. We'll check these comments daily, and good ideas will make their ways as additions into the content of the primer itself. If we include your idea, we'll ask if you want to be listed as a contributor in the final document, and everyone that says yes will have their name in the final paper. If a conversation between multiple people in the threads yields some great insight, we'll credit both of you. At the end of all of this, we're looking to build 4 to 6 pages of dense, useful content, but maybe it gets a bit longer if some of you help us out with some great visuals. And seriously, good visuals are probably one of the easiest ways to get credited as a contributor. Ultimately, we expect these 4 to 6 pages to be geared towards helping decision makers in the business who have limited IT experience understand a few things. One, some foundational frames around what AI is good at and what it's not so good at. Two, the most typical risks and pitfalls related to AI. Three, some predictions about how AI is likely to impact people, processes, and technology. And finally, a set of pragmatic takeaways that don't form a strategy themselves, but are intended to help inform the AI strategies being created by decision makers in the business. As I mentioned earlier, one of the foundational issues with AI today is that people are trying to build strategy before they have rudimentary language or knowledge about AI in place. So think of this document as the thing you'll ask business decision makers to read before they attempt to build an AI strategy, so they have minimum viable information to build upon. I'm really excited about this project, and I think it's sorely needed. So if you want to help shape the future of this thing, subscribe on YouTube, follow along on LinkedIn, and don't be shy in the comments.